So in this video I'll be showing you how to create a post. A post is something like a blog post. So imagine you go to Linda Ikeji's blog and you see like news posts on her blog. Those are actually blog posts. Same thing applies to WordPress, and creating this is very simple. Just make sure you have your local web server started, and then you go to your WordPress dashboard. Remember how to do that, whatever the domain is. So mine is coffeeshop.build. Yours will probably be localhost /wp-admin. So once you do that, I cleared my cache, so I'm getting this. For you, you may not see this. Make sure you log in. Then once you have logged in, go to posts, click on all posts. You can go straight to add new directly, but this will show you all the posts that are on your system. By default, you have this demo post which you can delete. This comes with WordPress when you first of all install it. So click on add new, and if you are adding a post for the first time, you may be presented with a wizard that tells you something about the editor, telling you, oh, you can do this and you can do that with the editor. So you just click next, and close that one. Now this is your editor where you create a new blog post. So to create a blog post, you put in the title of the post. So the title for mine in this case would be how to make coffee. Then now I start writing. To start writing, I may want to start with a paragraph. It says, do you know how to make coffee? I may want to add a picture. So to add a picture is very easy. All I need to do is click on this plus icon at the top left corner that says add block. And by the way, all these things are called blocks. So every bit of content you add on this page is called a block. Then I click on the plus sign and I can simply search for image. Now this would allow you to add just one image that will show on that page. This would allow you to add multiple images like a gallery. So you can see like the sample on the far right here when you put your mouse over it. But what I want to add is just one image. Then it puts this block here that I can either click upload, which will open my Explorer for me to add the picture, or I can say media library and I can still put images here by dragging and dropping. So if this is the image I want to add, for example, I can just drag this and drop it here. As I drop it, it starts uploading, and there it is. So if I'm done uploading, I say select, and that image is there. I can add a caption. Maybe this caption in this case would be powdered coffee. So what this will do is it will just add that text at the bottom of this image on the front end. Now I can add more content as much as I like. If I want to do a list, for example, I can click that plus icon here, or at the top here it's the same thing. So I'll say lists. So it puts the bullets. I can specify if it's number that I want. So I say boil water, wash the cup, add the powder to the cup, add milk, add the hot water, stir to taste. Now I can do numerous things with this editor, like making things bold, for example. That's like the thickness of a font. So taste, for example, I can say make this bold. Milk, I can say make it italics. V, I can underline. Now the same shortcuts that you would have in applications like Microsoft Word and the likes, the same thing applies here. Say if I highlight this cup and I press Ctrl U, it will underline it. Now you see it's underlined. If I press it again, you have an undo button at the top left corner, and this is redo. Then you can also make anything here a link. For example, I can make powder a link. So I'll say this, then I'll click on this chain button. When I click on that, I type where I want that link to go to. Once I type the URL, I say enter, and that makes it a link. Then you can do other things, like I can duplicate this block, for example, and then just change the content inside it, or I can add other blocks like audio. If I want to upload audio to my website for people to be able to see and listen to, I just click on audio, and the same way you would upload images, that's the same way you would upload audio files. So you just click on media library, and if you have the audio file, you can drag and drop it on this place. Now note that the maximum upload size for me is 32 MB. For you, it may be 2 or 16 or whatsoever. It's dependent on whatever you set in PHPMyAdmin. I can also add a video. Let me remove this block. To add a video, I'll click on the plus sign again, and I'll say video, and then I'll click on this. Once I click on this, I can say insert from URL or the media library again. If it's a YouTube video, I can still say insert from URL, and then I paste the URL to the YouTube video here. So for example, I'll say youtube.com, and then when it opens up, all I need to do is copy the URL to any video from YouTube and paste it right in there. While that is loading, I can add more blocks. So it says common blocks. Paragraph is just what we've been doing here. It's just a paragraph, like the first thing we wrote here. This is a paragraph. If I want to do things like headings, just so you know, this title comes with a heading 1 tag. I'll tell you later about tags, but I can add more headings. I click on H, then I can say this is heading 2, and add another heading. This is heading 3. But you can see it's the same size because I haven't specified what type of heading. So I'll say this and heading 3. Same thing for heading 4, and like that. If you're conversant with HTML and CSS, you can actually write actual code here if you want to, by selecting that block where you are, click on more options and say edit as HTML. Now it will show you the source code side of things, so you can type in your HTML code the way you want. You can add JavaScript. There is no limit to it. Once you're done, the next thing you would want to do, because it is a blog post, the next thing you want to do is specify what category. Now categories are things like if it's a website, for example, that blogs about various things, maybe tech news, entertainment news, and things like that. When you see this categories side, you can add categories here. Now I can add a new category by saying add new category. Then I type in the name. If it's a parent category, I will leave this option as it is. If it's a subcategory, then I'll select what parent category should this new category I'm creating belong to. But if I'm not creating any category, I can just pick any category I want from here, and it can belong to multiple categories. Once I'm satisfied with that, then you can add tags. Some options here are optional. For example, tags. You can add tags. So tags would be things like coffee, powder, milk. These are things that when a user clicks on them, it shows them like articles that have that same tag in common. So tags are also good for search engine optimization. Then one more important thing you would want to add is a featured image. So a featured image, for example, is when you're looking at a blog, the images you see first before you now click on read more. For example, let's go to maybe Mashable. So if you click on Mashable, I was talking about categories earlier, so you saw a bit of it. An example, tech, video. These are all like categories. You can see this: entertainment, culture, tech. These are different categories. So depending on whatever you're creating for your blog, you will specify what categories you want to create. Now these are blog posts. So you see this image you're seeing here, and this one, and this one, and a whole lot of others like this. All these images, those are called featured images. Those are the images that people would see first before they decide to read the full news or blog posts as they're looking at it. So when you set a featured image, that's what people would see first. So I can decide to pick this image as a featured image. I'll show you how to create a gallery. If I want to add a gallery to this post, I can click this and I'll say gallery. Then I'll say media library. And then I'll pick these two images. I hold control and I clicked on these two images. Create a new gallery. I can add in captions. These are texts that will show at the bottom of each of the pictures. Then I'll say insert gallery. Once I've inserted, the last thing I would need to do after all of this is to publish the post. Now you may want to ask, what if you don't want to publish the post now? You don't want people to see the post now. You can save that post as a draft. For example, you can say in this visibility part, remember we're under documents, not block anymore. We're under documents. So we change this visibility to private or password protected, or if you say publish, you can click on this and then you can specify what dates you want this blog post to be visible to the public, or you can click save draft just at the top right corner right here. So whichever option you want, you choose, you decide. Then once you've chosen whatever you want, click on publish and then it confirms again. Now you can turn off that option at the bottom here. It says always show pre-published checks. You can turn it off if it's annoying you. But me, I would probably want to leave that on just in case I've forgotten something. I can easily go back. But that doesn't mean that if you turn this off, you can't re-edit your post. You can always go back, edit your post, make changes, and update, and you'll be fine. So I'll click publish to commit the last changes. And then just at the bottom left here, it says post published. And if I click on view post, this is a blog post that we have just created. This is how to create a blog post on WordPress. If I want to edit this post, because I'm logged in, I can easily just click create post just at the top bar here. Or if I'm still in this admin section, remember this WordPress icon here, when you click on it, it takes you back to the list of posts. I can click on edit from here and do what I want to do. That's how to create a blog post on WordPress. Thanks for watching.